everybody, Tracey here from Uniquely Creative. Today I'm going to show you our fussy cutting scissors, explain these and talk you through the journey we went on to make this product. So we spent probably 18 months developing this product. I'm going to take you through what it's like to come up with a product, a brand new product that is your own design, not something you just bought off the shelf, from start to finish, and how long that takes. So we came up with a concept drawing. This is not the original because this is the actual end one. I couldn't find the original and our designer's on holiday, so I couldn't ask her. But we literally drew by hand what we were wanting. And I wanted an ergonomic handle, something that was big, that you can really hold on to. You can get your hand in on. These are our scissors here, and you can cut all day. So you can cut in there and you can get in there and you can fussy cut and you can hold them and they're comfortable. Doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, they are 100% symmetrical. So that was really important to us. So one was the ergonomic. Number two was lefties and righties can both use them because we have a lot of lefties in our community, and they had to be super sharp, have a really super sharp blade on them, okay? So that was what was really important to us. So we came out with our concept drawing and we went to market to find some people to quote on it. We eventually found the company we wanted to work with, and this was actually our original design. See how this design here has the little kind of stoppy bit here? We originally had it up here and it was a different shape than what it's actually gone on here. And that was kind of, they were noisy and they did this, right? So it kind of, as you were cutting, you got too excited, they would go right through. So that was never gonna work. So we had to go back to the drawing board. And as you can see here on my scissors, on my little sample here, that is where we need to put that stopper, we thought. So we thought about it, we tried some different things. These have got our branding on them. And we went back to the drawing board and said, make us a new mock-up. So this is our second mock-up, and this is the rounded bit in here because it had to be bigger, and they are really good. So they're not noisy, you can use them, that you don't have that bit where they click over. Second problem was on the second sample we got, they were quite uncomfortable. So in here, we originally didn't have any rubber or anything, and I felt like after using them for a while, my hand hurt, and that wasn't what we wanted to happen. We wanted to be able to use them for hours. So we went back and got another sample. This time we had to pay again, and we've got this rubber insert in here so that you can hold it. It's like a silicone, and you can cut away all nice for hours. So then this comes to our final pair. So these are my 3 samples. As I said, this took about 12 months to be sampling this, and it's really expensive to sample and pay for new molds to get this product right, because we wanted this to be a forever product, not a monthly product. So we spent the money on all those molds, and we eventually came up with the design that you see in the cool little packaging that we have here, which has got the little clicky bit in here. I don't know what you call that. It's got the diamond tips, so they are super sharp. So please do be careful if you're using these around children, because that is super duper sharp. They've got our logo on there and they are very comfy. So that is our scissors and the journey we went on. And if you haven't tried them, I highly recommend trying them. If you've got someone that has some, ask if you can borrow them because they're really good. The second question I get asked all the time is, what is fussy cutting? How do you fussy cut? What are your tips? What do you do when you fussy cut to fussy cut well? I just grabbed this piece of paper from the shed and I'm going to just fussy cut this out and explain it to you. Give me one sec. Okay, I need you to pull up a seat because when I fussy cut, I find it easier to sit. Now, which is my actual pair of scissors? All the samples. Okay, so my first tip is if you're fussy cutting a big sheet like this, and I want some of these elements, my first tip is I roughly cut around my elements first. So if I want that element, I roughly cut it out. If I want this flower here, I roughly cut it out. Okay, so you get the vibe. So when I fussy cut, I start off with just my elements just like this, okay? Once I've chosen the element I want to fussy cut out, let's go with this one. I leave a little white border. It's just easier and neater than trying to cut on, and you'll know it when you get in here. If I was trying to cut on those edges, it'd be really difficult. There are a lot of people out there that do cut on those edges, Chrissy from the UK is an absolute amazing. Pretty sure she doesn't use scissors though, she uses a scalpel, and she will cut and spend hours on that edge. Now, my life is too busy to be doing that. I can't be spending hours and hours fussy cutting. I just don't have the time. So cutting this little white edge like I am here is going to give me a very even and precise look without the hours effort I have to do. And our scissors are going to help you do that because they are super duper sharp. My tips on keeping them super duper sharp is to just don't cut sticky stuff. These are not scissors that you want to be cutting your tape with. Buy yourself a pair of scissors from Kmart for $2 to cut tape with and leave them on your desk. Do not cut wire with them because you're going to wreck them and blunt them. And do not cut sticky with them. They're just not designed for that. They don't have a Teflon surface because they're super sharp. Do you remember when you were young, Mum might have had a pair of sewing scissors, and if you took her sewing scissors and cut paper with them, she would like have you for breakfast? That was my household. These are sort of similar. I don't want the kids to be just grabbing these scissors, especially Pearl, because they're very sharp and they're dangerous. And I don't want her cutting tape or cardboard, like thick stuff, or snipping the plastic ties off of her clothes or any of those things with them, because you know they're expensive scissors and you want them to last. You've got to treat them well. You're going to clean them occasionally and you're going to look after them so that they survive the years with you. They should last for years and years and years and years. So there you go. So I've got a little white edge on there. I don't know if you noticed, I kind of messed up here. Doesn't matter. When you're layering this, I can almost guarantee you I will never use this piece like it is fussy cut. I will probably at some stage cut this in half and I'm going to be slipping that in a card. Here's one I prepared earlier, not this collection. But let's say I wanted to, I'm not going to use that whole big piece I've just fussy cut out. They're very unlikely. I will be using it to slip in and under to create layers. That's how I'm going to use my fussy cutting. So I hope you enjoy these scissors and my cute little fussy cutting tutorial. Would love your feedback on them because we have spent so long on creating them, designing them, and we think we got it right, and we hope that you will use them for years to come. Thanks guys, till next time, bye.